over a span of 100 years, literally. And they have been the flag bearers. Their program, run by Director of Rugby Bobby Jeppe, a man who you'd have played with and against in your day, coached by Jannie Geldenhuys, who took over from Wessel du Plessis, who's with you in the structure at the Bulls. Headmaster Bram van Wyk, a man who invests so much time in his staff, in his players. You know, he's here. He flew out yesterday afternoon straight from the Nomads Hockey Festival. And, you know, when it comes to a pedigree like that, enormous pressure on that first side. Every time they take the field, it is a star-laden side with names like Peter van der Merwe and Ethan Adams in the centres. Van der Merwe, the head boy of Grey College, he played Cravenweek Rugby last year, played for the SA Schools A side. And most and sundry, and probably myself included, felt he was unlucky not to be selected for the SA Schools side. They've got Dion Venter, Liam van Wyk and Dani Kriya in that front row. Big boys, good scrummages and good ball carriers. But it's that pressure. When does that pressure get too much?
Yeah, it's always the tricky one, especially when you are almost expected to win every game. And the challenge is that every side that comes up against Grey College is probably putting their best foot forward, right? It's almost like if we can win this one game against Grey College, then our season's made. We actually don't need to play anymore. So all of that pressure, and just to know as players that every shot that we're getting is the best of the opposition, adds to that pressure. And it's also, I think, for them, it's almost internal pressure that you want to perform at an excellent level all the time. And that's sort of what you call inside pressure, that the players are saying, we want to be like the past greats of the school. So there's all sorts of little dimensions of pressure that are going on.
Don't think for a moment, though, this Jeppe side is going to stand back. They've got the likes of Macmillan Mongwana and Kutatso Rajivaga in the centres. Cravenweek centres, both of them, you know, in a very successful Lions school setup. They're very highly rated. You're looking at Rasima Koza, their 8th man, who's another one of those guys, continuously gets them onto the front foot. Big bruising ball carrier. Bonga Kumalu at Turka, who's a prefect as well. They've got Andre Polton, the loosehead. I played Grand Como week, and he's the 8th man now, turned into a loosehead prop. Talent Sitole, a man that plays first team basketball as well, at scrum half. And you know, you got to wonder, he's got to be a really special basketball player, because playing at scrum half, he might not be 6 or 7 feet tall. But at the back as well, Sanele Similani, and we all know that surname. Yeah. He is, of course, the brother of Wandile Similani, who recently moved to the Stormers for more game time, as Kennedy Tsimba didn't want to pick him at the Bulls. And, you know.
And he seems to have found his groove over the weekend, right? But those great men and picture, you spoke about that IP and intel of coaching greats. There they sit.
Yeah, and Tevis de Bruin just on cue, showing some nerves with a big yawn. Jannie Geldenhuys next to him wearing the cap. He's the main coach of the first side. And then the big man, Vian de Preer.
Great man.
Springbok, a loosehead prop. And he was part of that Cheetahs Currie Cup winning side when they had the 5 props in the 23. Himself and Osturant and Ollie Leroux and the likes, you know, playing in that Currie Cup final against the Bulls at Loftus Versfeld, just around the corner here from Afrikaanse Hoërseun School. But that is what Grey College brings to a tournament. You can see the crowd is getting bigger. You can see they're on the edge of their seats. They know that they have been setting the standard, and the rest have been following. And make no mistake, the likes of Paul Gym, Paul Boys, Paul Roos Gymnasium, Afrikaanse Hoërseun School, right here where we are, and then Oakdale, of course, this year as well. They look very solid. So Grey College will not have it their own way in this game, nor will they have it their own way in 2024. But it is amazing how they always just find that another gear. When the going gets tough, they get going. But my eyes tonight will want to see how Jeppe recovers. They had a brilliant first half against Paul Boys Eye, Kennedy. It was 19 apiece at half time, and then they got ran ragged in that second half. As Liam van Wyk, the hooker and captain of the Grey College first side, strides out. Heinrich Tron, the big man there in picture. Zander Smit, who is the son of former Springbok Philip Smit. Philip McLaren, he'll play with a heavily bandaged head. He's got a cut over that eye. And it is Liam van Wyk leading Peter van der Merwe and the rest of the Grey College troops out onto the main field of Afrikaanse Hoërseun School. here in Pretoria. It is the penultimate game of day 3 of the NMI Toyota North South Rugby Tournament.
Yeah, and coming out now is the Jeppe black and white strips as they make their way onto the field, and this is great backing up from them. Had a tough game on the first day, and obviously doesn't get any easier facing Grey College. And there are the referees that are just making their way onto the field. Let's just hope the weather, which has been rather questionable, just holds out, because this is going to be a really tantalizing game.
Yeah, on the first day, we spoke about that loss. Jeppe suffered to Paul Boys Eye by 45 points to 19. Grey College came up against King Edward VII, comfortably victorious by 51 points to 16. And Jeppe will want to get that one over Kes early on in the season as well already. They want to say, listen, we were able to push Grey College or to beat Grey College, and look what they did to you. Those two epic battles will come later this year when the Reds play the black and white of Jeppe. And believe you me, a lot of attention will be on those games as well. Alziden Felix, he's an interesting character, the fly-off of Grey College. A man that has recently transitioned from the fullback into the number 10 position. He's done so very successfully in the first 3 games of the season for Grey College. They beat a trio high school of Kroonstad in their first fixture by 40 points to 3. Then they ran Welkom Gym ragged by 52 points to 5. And Felix goes deep, taken in, and it's a safety first approach. Long kick downfield, fielded by the right wing. No, in fact, fullback Donnell Hendricks. Felix, he's dangerous on the counter attack, and it's a high shot early on. Of course, no sympathy from referees these days. The base of the sternum, that's your target.
Yeah, that's a correct call there by the referee, and it was a young gentleman in the number 9 jersey for Jeppe. We spoke about him being a basketball player, and unfortunately he just went a little too high. It's not the right game. He just needed to lower his approach there. Did Satole.
Luke Cannon, the lock, wearing number 5 for Jeppe. He's a man that got full colours for cricket as well. They do have some very talented sportsmen. Great hockey side as well.
It's on the ball, yeah? Stay.
Good sack. As we see Philip McLaren. He gets his first taste of the game. Now, Piet van der Merwe. That's good defence on Van der Merwe. He's critical for Grey College in that midfield. Liam van Wyk picks and goes, the big burly hooker. Then lost forward as they just try and stamp their authority early on.
And that's the right call from the forward pack, just to try and truck it up through the middle, and just looking around those fringe defenders that are around the rucks from Jeppe. And just unfortunate by Van Wyk, it seemed. Just a little knock on as he tried to place it back, and it's the right strategy for Grey, just to suck in those Jeppe forwards. Just allow them to get a scrum here to perhaps exit.
Talent Sitole, that's a tight head for Liam van Wyk. He's been on fire throughout this tournament, Liam van Wyk. Now Felix feeds Siyabonga Kenny. He does well, the right winger. Pick and go from Julian Cosmo. The Grey College forwards look to stamp their authority early on. Offload to the big Ethan Adams. He crashes it up through the middle. Junior Star. And a little chip ahead. Goes out in goal. But it's promising early signs, getting over the advantage line at will, Grey College.
Yeah, the key thing for Jeppe here is just to try slow that ruck down. The quicker the ball is coming out, the more danger and more questions. And that's why there was a little speculator of a kick that was put through there by Grey College's backline that was just approaching and getting the ball in momentum. Jeppe will do well to just slow that ruck speed down.
Big kick in from Matt Kutsia, taken in by Siyabonga Kenny. He goes marauding forward, does Siyabonga Kenny. Behind the back to Adams, long ball out to Alziden Felix. This is dangerous. Feet of flames, Alziden Felix. Very comfortable at fullback as well, as we said. Then Philip McLaren goes on a little dart. He's tough as nails, the young man. Brilliant sevens player as well, Philip McLaren.
Back.
Heinrich Tron to Piet van der Merwe. Good offload, timing of the pass, but they were waiting for them in midfield, and a penalty to Jeppe. They're weathering the early storm very nicely.
Yeah, you've got to celebrate every moment, as they say. And that was great defense there by Jeppe. You can just see the coaches again saying, do not let them go. Keep on putting pressure, keep on applying that pressure. And that's exactly what they did. Every breakdown now, we've spoken about the height and approaching the winning the race at that breakdown. And that's something that Jeppe did well there. Not the greatest of kick into touch. Would have liked to get a couple of more meters, getting closer to that 22. As we look at there, just a short pass here. And that arriving player got his hands on the ball.
It's turned over at the line-out by Great College, and on the charge, Julian Cosmo. Looking for support on the inside, late to arrive. Great College do win it back. They try to spread it wide. Kenny van der Merwe, got to be space on the outside. Gets the ball away. Last pass, inside step. Easy does it. The fullback Donnell Hendricks with a try. It's all about the tempo at rack time. Spreading it wide as quickly as they can.
Yeah, simply done. To great effect there. They knew that the space was on out wide. They just needed to shift it through the hands. Just look how that ball was drifted. There, this pass could have gone earlier, but he made sure he took in two tacklers. And just look at the simplicity of that one-hand offload. Spectacular and simple as it is.
There was another player left unopposed on the outside as well, Kennedy Timber. And you spoke about it earlier, and that's it's no secret why Great College runs the show. It is the tempo they play at. They physically try to run you off your feet, and it's those offloads from the loose forwards. He's worked hard on his goal kicking, has Alzine Felix. Strike was solid. Flags are raised. It's a perfect start for Great College. They lead Jeppe by 7 points to 0.
Yeah, really good start. Just making sure that any turnover that they capitalize, they got a turnover from the line out there and made it good meterage down the line. As we look at Felix, just slotting it in his first conversion, just making the score 7 points to 0. Good hanging high kick there, collected in just outside that 22.
It's Aya Meyer. His brother Lucas Meyer is contracted to the Bulls. Grade 11 player, the number 5 lock, Aya Meyer. Long ball, just look how easy they find the space. Now it's Ruben Sillier cutting back on the inside, the big left winger. And another penalty. They're winning the battle at the breakdown, and this time it's their right winger, Lindelani Nkumbule, with some good work. They're not just going to disappear yet.
Yeah, that's going to be an area that they can sort of capitalize, can Jeppe, is the breakdown, especially if they're winning the race. And Kumbula did well there by just getting into that position and being able to jackal. And there it is. Good tackle, brings him down. And there, right in. Well snatched. That's a great jackal, that is. Correct call from the referee. And this gives Jeppe an opportunity to perhaps get 3 points on the board. It's much needed. It's always important when you are in the opposition half that any opportunity, you try get points on the board. It's the first opportunity here for Matthew Kutsia. It's a slight little wind, but it shouldn't affect his kicking. He's got right under that ball, but this could work out pretty well. Yes, it has. And Jeppe have got onto the scoreboard here through the boot of Matthew Kutsia.
He's a man that played for the under-17 Lions, Valpies last year, Matt Kutsia. Not the biggest in stature, but he's very astute and he's got a good kicking boot on him. Felix goes downtown once again, deep into the 22. Oh, wonderful stepping, out of danger. This Jeppe side is a very talented one.
Advantage.
Kutsia, penalty advantage, offside. Great College over eager.
Yeah, just eager to put more pressure, and I think they've realized that if they put a lot of pressure around those playmakers of Jeppe High School. They might just get some reward, but the referees just said just slightly offside there, and bringing it back. But this is a good answer back in terms of just receiving that kickoff and being able to just clear their lines, as Kotsia just finds his team just over the halfway line with a good clearance kick.
7 points to 3. Grey College lead. It's another Jeppe line out, this time Bonga Kumalu. He's a prefect at Jeppe High School for boys. Can he find his target? Oyemaya moving well in that grey line out, and it's another poach. And it's the very self-same Oyemaya who bursts away with a good play from the grade 11 lock. Donnell Hendricks, no, Siabonga Kenny lost forward then by Donnell Hendricks. Double knock on.
Yeah, that's just the weather.
They seem rushed here, Grey College. The defense of Jeppe have them under some pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, but I think the wind is starting to play its part as drizzle starts to slightly come across the field as we look at it from top to the bottom of the screen. And that could also just affect your handling, and that's where the better sides are able to just deal with those handling issues. It's a good opportunity for Jeppe here, just sitting on around that 10-meter mark.
Satoli with a scrum feed. Kutsia takes it nice and flat. Lots of movement in the back line. Philip McLaren comes across on defense for Grey College. Sitole. Poulton carries it into the traffic. It's a positive carry from the loose head prop. Kutsia. The greatest of passes. And Ethan Adams, he's got the bear grip. Strong as an ox is the outside centre, and it's ripped away by Siabonga Kenny. McLaren. And he sends Jeppe backwards, does Philip McLaren. Good play from the scrum half, good play from Grey College in defence.
Yeah, I remember actually doing a game with you, Johan, a couple of years ago, and watching McLaren playing for the under-16s for Grey College in Bloemfontein, and already started showing signs of just being a smart player at the base of that scrum. Electrifying, and it's just got good eyes for a gap. That's always good skills for a scrum half to have.
Trying to turn defence into attack is Jeppe. That was good work in defence by Adam Nivert, the 8th man, another grade 11 player in this Grey College first team. But it's a good clearance from Matt Kutsia. 11 minutes gone, only the one try to Grey College and a penalty. Ludwig Kukumut there in picture. He's one of the teachers, vice principal at Grey College. Liam van Wyk with an absolutely pinpoint throw to Oyemaya. Zander Smith tracks it up. He wasn't held. Good appreciation of the laws. Felix. And across the face of all his runners goes Alziden Felix.
Yeah,
This grey engine just hasn't clicked yet.
You could hear him screaming out there, just saying, I almost got all my angles, and the weight of that pass absolutely wrong. This gives Jeppe an opportunity.
Oh, this is better from Jeppe. Talent. Sitole now out into the midfield. Strong running, but good defence as well. And a high hit from Peter van der Merwe, immediately penalised. And another opportunity for Matt Kutsia. Can be a one-point ball game very shortly.
And this is good play by Jeppe. They've wandered into Grey College's half twice now, and this is 2 point scoring opportunities that they've managed to create. And that's just been through putting pressure and also just executing everything right to the tee. Have been impressed by the control of Talent Sitole at the base of that scrum. He's going to be under pressure, the number 9 for Jeppe at ruck time, at obviously set phases. And he's done well just to keep distributing the ball, and this gives Kutsia a second opportunity to add the 3 points. Slight wind coming against him. And that looks good.
Yeah, another 3 points to Jeppe. 7 plays 6 here. We've had 13.5 minutes. It is day 3 of the NMI Toyota Noord Suid Rugby Tournament at the home field of Afrikaanse Hoërseën School. Jeppe, of course, one of the 23 Milner schools in South Africa. Founded in 1890. Come up against the third oldest school in South Africa in Grey College. Founded all the way back in 1855. It's quickly taken. And now Grey College look to counter the dangerous Peter van der Merwe. Accelerates, bursts through a half gap.
Balls out.
McLaren.
Backward.
That's lost backward. Well recovered by the big Heinrich Tron. Felix. This is a better ball. Cosmo. It's a good defense. Cosmo did really well to hold on there in contact. Certainly the rhythm of Grey College lacking at this stage, and one has to give credit to Jeppe. It's all because of the pressure that they're putting on this Grey College side.
Yeah, and the key thing about the pressure for me is what I'd like to see is that it just get consistent in terms of do not just put pressure for the first 20 minutes of the game. Let's just see if we can continue to put and apply pressure and also be accurate when we have the ball. And that's something that Talent Sithole has done extremely well. So between him and Kutsia, they're going to have to control this ball and again apply pressure and see if they can get more point scoring opportunity. And just as I say that,
poor pass from Talent Sithole.
Yeah.
And that's the old momentum killer, Macmillan Mongwana, on the receiving end of a howler. The man who played Craven Week for the Lions last year.
Yeah, that wasn't the best of passes. Just rolling on the ground there.
Ines Kaiser there in picture. The man taking care of the strength and conditioning for Grey College. And you can just have a look there. Don't want to be bear hugged by Ines Kaiser.
No, you don't.
Neither do you want to be bear hugged by the S&C man from Jeppe, Mark or Eugene Lemaitre, who played for the SA school side at Hooker in 2011. Should be an interesting battle between the two S&C coaches.
Yeah, it should be.
Felix to Van der Merwe, short line and another knock on in the grey back line. Things are going all wrong for the Bloemfontein outfit at this stage.
Yeah, the micro skills are being tested. It's day 2 of a tough tournament.
Yeah, and worrying signs for Jannie Geldnys and his coaching staff is just having a look at the tight forwards of Grey College. Walking back slowly, the body language not great. They're obviously frustrated after a good start, scoring after 5 minutes.
Yeah, and all the pressure that they've been putting was resulting in them regaining the ball, but it just seems like it's starting to flow the other way now. There are some of the impact players. They're going to look to just study the game so that when they come onto the field, they can make a good impact. Sithole with the ball in.
It's a good scrum by Grey College. Sithole, a floating pass. Kutsia this time loses forward and then slaps it back. That's dangerous. Once again, Ethan Adams' hands just failing him. And that'll be something he's really disappointed at. He burst onto the scene as a grade 9 player at the Grand Como week. He played 2 Grand Comos. Did Ethan Adams in 2022 and 2023.
And it's always a good sign. If a player can play 2 years of Grand Como, that means you're quite an exceptional player. And let's hope that we can see more of Ethan Adams. As we look at this, just look at that backdoor pass. Just wasn't too accurate enough. Just behind Kutsia's shoulder.
Ball's out.
Ball is out. This time Adams does collect. Brings out a great tackle from Rashivaga Mongwana. Kicks ahead. Drives onto Denell Hendricks. That's just silly play from the experienced centre. But you just know it's coming. It happens so many times.
And it's almost like the players just are pulled by some resistance band. And you got to know that you're not allowed to dive on a player on the floor. But that is what the case is. As Felix just clears his lines, and that's a good kick.
Grey College's first Springbok ever was a man with the name of Broekies van Broekhuizen. Since then, they've produced the second most Springboks of any school in South Africa. Aya Meyer, he's been the target for excellence thus far at line-out time. Now they get that Engine going, the rolling ball. Liam van Wyk at the back. He's got to use it. Bursts away. Does Lem van Wyk, as he's affectionately known.
Stay.
Donnie Creer, nicknamed Boer,
Also
crashes forward. The big tight head, Felix. Silky skills in the back line. Ethan Adams, there you go. That's what he can do to sides. Big, burly, but quick as anything.
Yeah, that's a spectacular try there by Adams. Just the injection and the angle that he came on. It was absolutely well held here by Felix. Just look at the way he just delayed his pass here coming across, and there Adams just said, it's an open line I'm going through, as he canters in.
Just look at the size of his hips, Kennedy said, but how do you stop that?
Yeah, how are you going to make a textbook tackle on that? You have to do it pretty well, but Adams identified a bit of space there. That's good 1-2 play by the number 10, and there's a outside center. As we just spoke about, a lot of the balls not sticking, and that one did stick, and it resulted in a brilliant try here.
You can speak for days about the rugby pedigree of Grey College, but it is Jeppe High School for boys, and also King Edward VII, you know, both Joburg schools, both English schools, and their rugby programs has just been on the up and up over the last few years. And it is so amazing that they are getting exposed to this level of rugby at the Noord Suid Tournament for the second time. They're playing the big guns, they're playing Paul boys, they're playing Grey College, not shying away from anything. Beautiful take from the kickoff by Arya Meyer, and this pack of forwards of Grey College, they just love the rolling maul. And why wouldn't they, with the coaches of the like of Tian Liebenberg and Vian de Pree involved. Go to ground, squeeze ball. McLaren, he kicks deep. Comfortably taken at the back. The kick was way too deep. Chance on the counter. And that's a tackle that's missed in the midfield. Looked like Liam van Wyk. Now on the right wing. Nkombule gets a great pass away. Beautiful play by Jeppe Talent Sitole. What a step. That's Ruben Sillier back in cover, and Philip McLaren in over the ball. The dynamo, Philip McLaren, saves the day for Grey College. He'll get stuck in all day.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being able to jackal on your own opposite number. McLaren was just able to get Sitole, and this was beautiful build-up play. And just look at the offload here. They created enough space and just got Talent Sitole into wonderful space. And just unfortunate, McLaren was able to just get on the end of it and jackal that ball.
You sound surprised, Kennedy, but I mean, they've got 3 or 4 guys with full colors for basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was right off the basketball court. That was just so beautiful.
LeBron-esque.
Open up. Blue, open up.
Yeah, definitely like LeBron James.
They do have danger lurking in that back line with Macmillan Mongwana and Rashivaga. Oh, what a carry that is by the loose head prop, Dion Fenter. McLaren with a big Gary Owen. That's a brilliant kick. Arya Meyer on the chase. He's caught absolutely everything thus far. What skills from the lock forward. Now, another pick and go, this time by Zander Smith. And then off their feet at the breakdown. That is a penalty that Grey College do concede very often, trying to rush the tempo.
Yeah, but that's a good kick, well identified there by McLaren. There was absolutely zero cover for Jeppe at the back there. The fullback had almost committed himself to his left-hand side, and it was well regathered in. There is just a banana kick, and we spoke about the wind playing its part there. Matt Kutsia just kicking the ball right into the teeth of that wind. Didn't really get enough momentum, but they're going to have to be accurate with this line out. Yeah, that's really well taken. A great throw, Sitole.
It's a massive carry, straight up the gut. Heinrich Tron eventually defends well. Sitole to Kutsia. That's a beautiful play by the fly-off, and this time he strikes it a lot better.
Yeah, you just feel that wind has started playing its effect in terms of how they're going to look to exit, but that was good. Settled play for them to just make sure you opt for the better angle. I would like to see perhaps them looking at the number 9, you know, to clear the ball from the base, which would be Satole.
Another take for Oyamea. And another rolling ball, no surprises there.
Okay, that's ones.
That's good defense from Jeppe. They've
down,
stopped
two,
this
stay
ball
down.
once.
Stay bound, 2.
Liam van Wyk asked to stay bound. And some more bad handling in the back line for Grey College. That's just poor play.
Yeah, just not accurate enough then. They are trying to run through some of their strike plays. You just feel that the wind and a bit of the dew in the ball has just played its factor, but both sides have to deal with it, and the better sides will be able to handle that. But when they have been given opportunity, they've looked absolutely dead. They have the Grey College backline. Opportunity here by the halfway for the Jeppe pack to just a steady ball for Talent Satole.
Stay, 9-9.
Kutsia with the right boot. Kicks it into the stands, and that was poor play, unfortunately, from the young fly half. Philip McLaren looking for the quick throw. We've got 10 minutes and change remaining in this first half.
Yeah, that was perfectly set up with that move. They went for the 8-9, straight to Kutsia, and there was oodles of space there in the corner. He just wasn't able to get his kick into the right direction.
Persist with this plan of setting the maul from the line-up, trying to tire these Jeppe forwards out. It's got to be used. McLaren does exactly that. And again, on the cutback, Ethan Adams straight over the top he goes. Strong as an ox is the Grey College outside centre. McLaren on the front foot. Little chip kick, beautifully taken. And that's going to be a card, most probably. Taken out in the air.
Advantage, not rolling.
New advantage, not rolling. Luke Cannon, he's been good thus far for Jeppe on the carry. Oh, the pick and go, and then lost forward.
Advantage in the air, not rolling.
Penalty only, the call for the tackle in the air.
Yeah, courageous catch in the air there for Jeppe. This is tackled in the air, but they did well to just cover that little chip kick from Felix. I feel that Jeppe are getting a couple of opportunities. They just need to capitalize. Looking at Felix putting through that little speculative kick, and just look at that, he doesn't hesitate at all, straight up there. That's good aerial skills there.
No knock, play on, no knock.
No knock, says the referee, Liam van Wyk.
Play on.
And it's play on.
Play on.
And still play on. Jeppe
Stay.
playing some good rugby, putting Grey College under pressure. Great tackle on the cover once again by Philip McLaren on the big forwards.
Yeah, the game is at an area where it's going back and forth here. The Grey College
Get the numbers, no, get the numbers.
probably be looking to try just to get some width in their play and accuracy in terms of just their handling. But it's been a good effort so far by Jeppe.
Stay.
Oh yeah, Maya once again. McLaren gets, they've been untidy, Grey College, and that'll bother them. Yeah, another penalty conceded. They're their own worst enemy. They're keeping Jeppe in the game somewhat at this stage. But you've got to take your hat off as well to the Johannesburg outfit. They've been in the faces of Grey College this whole game, making sure that they rush up on defense and put a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah, it's that pressure that's resulted in a penalty opportunity here for Matt Kutsia. This is an area we spoke about them being consistent in terms of can they continue putting pressure when it's needed be. You can see just extra concentration. This is the easier kick that he's had so far, and he strikes it pretty well, and that's going to be good as well.
14 plays 9. It's 2 converted tries to Grey College, and it's 3 penalties for Jeppe. And very, very important last 6.5 minutes of this half. Those in attendance might be surprised, but we knew Jeppe will put up a massive fight here. Talent Sitole. And this time it's the fullback, Sanele Similani, with a good kick. Doesn't find touch though. Hendricks. Alziden Felix, he spots some space, but that's not the greatest kick. Ruben Sillier tidies the kick up with some good defense. Could see it. Big handoff in midfield on Oyemaya. Sitoli goes blind. Rashivaga with amazing stepping. That's Kutatso Rashivaga, and another penalty. Not rolling away.
Yeah, excellent play there by Rashivaga. He was rather isolated, but was able to just evade a couple of defenders and forcing them to get into areas where they can't roll away. Kutsia edges his team into that 22, and that's a better kick. Really good kick. And, well, he should be celebrated.
They're feeling it here, Jeppe Boys, or Jeppe High School for Boys. They're certainly feeling it here at the NMI Toyota Noord Suid Rugby Tournament. And on TV, young man, watch out. Short line out, a couple of men that'll be walking in. Nathan Clausen, one of them in the white scrum cap. Throw goes to the back. It's beautiful work, and they set up the maul. They're rumbling towards the line. Are they going to take the lead against Great College? It's another penalty for a collapse.
Go! Get the number.
Now this might just be a card. It's going to be cynical play. Centimeters short they go. And now Mongwana is carried back. He was over the line. And the try is awarded. Jeppe High School for Boys are putting Great College under the cosh here. They've got a kick to take the lead with 3 or 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Boy, oh boy, what are we seeing, Kennedy Tsamba?
There's game on, definitely is game on. This was excellent play by Jeppe. They got that driving maul, and that was almost cynical. They brought down, but the referee played advantage. And just look at the scrambling and just the effort, the pick and goes that the forwards there he does. He dots it down. Excellent try. They have been rewarded for all the pressure that they've put on the Grey College side as Kutsia is going to try get them into the lead here. He has been absolutely perfect so far, and Jeppe are in the lead here as we approach the 32-second mark.
Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful play. They've absorbed a lot of the pressure. They've come back at Great College, and now it is the Great College side that'll have to search for answers. They felt like they were well and truly in control at 14-6. All of a sudden, they trail 16-14. And it's hacked into touch by Similani. Can Great College hit back before half-time? It's an experienced side from Great College with a lot of players that played in 2023 as well. Now it's a skewed throw, and the errors are compounding here for Great College. And it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you will start feeling the pressure. After Paul Boy's high second half performance against Jeppe, everybody was expecting an easy victory. Philip McLaren's father there in the stands. He's the minister in the town of Welkom in the Free State, his brother Hyde.
Coach!
Doesn't look too bothered, he's on the phone.
Not too bothered at all.
Thanks!
There's good pressure that's been put on by Jeppe. They just also have to have a good clearance.
Stay!
Oh, they're going to run it. They're going to run it at Graham McMillan Mongwana.
Stay, no.
That's a great tackle from Alziden Felix on the big inside centre. Played back now to Matt Kutsia, kicks it straight down the middle. Chance on the counter for Donnell Hendricks and company. Off to the races goes Donnell Hendricks. Loses his footing just before reaching the contact point. Ayamaya with a positive carry. He's been really good for Grey College. Felix puts it up into the Pretoria sky. Matt Kutsia with plenty of time takes the fair catch. Doesn't find touch, finds Felix. He's so dangerous on the counter-attack, but he's well watched. Will Grey College get this one down the ground? They do well.
Move.
McLaren.
Play on.
And it's lost forward by Grey College into the waiting hands of Jeppe. Beautiful kick by Talent Setole. We're going to the races. Felix, he does wonderfully well, does the fullback, but the counteract and then the knock-on was knocked on by the number 6 flanker, Ndampiwe Mjiji.
Yeah, this is amazing pressure here being put on by Jeppe, and they are absolutely lifted in spirit, and you can just see the effort and the chase. An excellent kick there by Talent Setole, just probing behind there and forcing Felix to go for the cover.
Pretty much even.
There was the kick. Great top-end kick. And Felix did well just to recover it. Just look at the counter ruck here, and unfortunately just a knock-on. There they want to pick it up, and that was a knock-on. Good call by the referee. It's McLaren. It's just at that base is going to put in the ball here for Jeppe, but you can see him just looking at the options of what's happening around the blind side there.
Now it's a question of survival for Grey College. Just before half-time, they trail by 2. They would love to go into that half-time trailing by only 2.
Set.
This is going to be a massive effort by Jeppe.
Balls out.
Ball's called out. And they do attack that blind side, do Grey College, and then throw it away again.
Go!
And Liam van Wyk restores the calm for Grey College, kicks it into touch. But in a massive surprise, it is Jeppe High School for Boys taking the lead at half-time. Again, High School for Boys leading Grey College by 16 points to 14 at half-time. Some harsh chats in that Grey College huddle. And it is Ayamaya contesting that one. But who's taking it in? Because it's immediately turned into a maul. Is it Jeppe or is it Grey College that has taken it in? That ball's not going to come out, so it was Jeppe who took it in. And Grey College will have the first scrum of the second half. Jeppe full value for that 16-14 lead. They absorbed the early storm from Grey College, who started like a house on fire and opened the scoring after 5 minutes. The execution let them down later on in that second half.
Bind.
The key thing here for Jeppe is just to almost continue putting the pressure, but also hold your discipline. That way you'll be able to just get some extra point scoring opportunities.
Felix finds Peter van der Merwe, who's had a rather quiet first half. He would want to fix that. One of the star players in South African schoolboy rugby, Dean Venter. It's a penalty advantage. Back to Felix. Searching for the space.
Advantage offside.
He finds it, but no advantage offside play from Jeppe.
Yeah, referee did warn them just to get on sides there, the forwards that were on the blind side. But they did well to just try and capitalize off that advantage. And Felix just looking for a cross kick. The referee identifying immediately that they couldn't get any advantage. And a key thing now for Jeppe is that their defense has to be solid and almost continue with that pressure, whether it is at the source of the set phase or at ruck time.
The heel stabile quad infidum, the motto of Grey College: nothing is steadfast which isn't true. And I'll tell you what is true is that they are in a rugby match here. Brilliant sack, and that's lost forward. The mistakes continue coming. And this will just buoy Jeppe even more and more. You can see they're having a shoving match with the Grey College forwards, saying we're here to compete. We won't fold like against Boys Eye in the second half.
Yeah, and there are them boys just chilling almost with their hands wrapped up. But again, we did mention that putting pressure at source Is one of the ways that Jeppe's been able to just turn over ball, and it's worked for them.
Bind.
But they've also got to make sure that they've got clean exits here.
Set.
And their chase lines need to be in place because that back three for
Stay.
Grey College are absolutely deadly.
Sitoli finds Mongwana, the hard running inside centre. Once again, Felix stayed brave in the contact. But right through the middle, through the heart of the Grey College defence. They buoyed here is Jeppe at the start of the second half with a lead. Big carrying by their bruising forwards. Talent Sitole finds Kutsia. Now a big carry by Rasima Koza. He's been all over the show for Jeppe. Looking for space, picked up beautifully by Adams. Now Ruben Silya. He's one-on-one with Kutsia.
Advantage over.
Inside pass, and it's lost forward. And still the mistakes continue for Grey College. This time, again, Adam Nivat, who can't hold on.
Yeah, that transition from just a handling error straight into the counter there. It's an area that Jeppe will want to make sure that they do not give Grey College any transition play to play off. Because they've shown in the previous games that they can be deadly. It just seems like their handling hasn't been as accurate as they would like it to be. Yeah, Sia just gives his winger almost an isolated pass, but this ball could have stuck in and it didn't. There is a knock on. You almost felt that was an early tackle there.
It's Jeppe who come away with it from scrum time, and they attack straight up the gut once again. They've made their meters in that channel.
Taken back.
The inside channel taken back. Kutsia sort of off the side of the boot. And the referee's call was taken back, so then that has to be directly into touch. The assistant referee fast asleep, but has to be said.
Yeah, but Matt Kutsia was signaling to his scrum half that rather kick it from the base and go long, because you can just see he's sort of uncomfortable in terms of when he has to kick those long raking kicks. He almost just places his ball at a skew angle. That's why he tends to almost slice the ball.
And now they move the ball at line-out time.
It's going back once.
Attempting them all, but Jeppe was well aware to the fact.
Back.
Now they do get a bit of momentum, this Grey College pack of forwards. They do have a very well-structured rolling maul.
Still going. Right, that's use it. Use it.
They've got to use it. They're not listening. It's Julian Cosmo who bursts away, but he's isolated.
Go, leave his neck, leave his neck. Hold.
Ruben Silya acting as the scrum
Way
half.
wide,
He
way
isolates
wide.
himself. Cleaners arrive just in time. They're trying to go through the middle of Grey College.
Get out. Number 14, out.
And it is the right winger, Lindelani Nkambule, who's penalised, and it's dinked to the corner by Alzine Felix.
Yeah, important part of the game here for Grey College. They're driving more. They haven't quite been as accurate as they would like them to be. And they're going to look to this opportunity
Take the
to see
pre-binding on the maul. Be
if
careful.
they can just get back into the lead.
Right, time on, let's go.
Important that Jeppe just steadies and almost nullifies that drive, but it's going to be difficult to do once it's set.
Oh yeah, Meyer with another good take, and it's under Smith bursting through the middle.
Rest. Balls out, balls out.
McLaren almost late to it, plays it on the blind side. Ruben Silya over in the corner. The setup play, it's beautiful work. They know there would be space on the blind side if they set up that maul, take it a couple of meters and quickly strike back.
Yeah, key play there by McLaren in terms of just doing that 1-1 play. They identified, of course, that Jeppe was sending a lot of their forwards to that open side to defend, and just isolated that one defender that was there to just get into the corner. And this allows Jeppe to not an opportunity not to sort of panic, because they've been putting such huge pressure, and they just need to sort of, you know, this is where your leadership takes charge, doesn't it?
For sure. If you could do it for 35, you can do it for 70.
Right? Yeah.
Just stay with them, Felix. That one's not going to call back. Not enough anyway. So 19-16 the lead. It's only 3. The crowd, I think they slightly stunned with what they've seen so far. They shouldn't be at half-time against Paul Boys High. Jeppe was 19 all. They were leading in that game at a stage in the first half.
Just hold.
Zidane Felix.
Patch up the blood.
Has he got some blood? Yes, that is the case. Quick clean-up job for Jaco Kulane, the physio of Great College Rugby, and who runs a practice from the school gymnasium.
So far.
It's Matt Kutsia. Goes slightly deeper this time. It's taken in by the number 6 flanker, Zander Smith. His dad, Philip, of course, a former Springbok.
Hey, Blue!
Felix sends it downtown, but he doesn't find touch. A chance now for the dangerous fullback. Similane. He was scragged initially by Philip McLaren. Talent Sitole.
Advantage offside.
Another penalty advantage against the upcoming line of Grey College. Kutsia behind the back. Mongwana.
Hands!
He's been very effective, Macmillan Mongwana. Talent Sitole. He's wrapped up
Gotta go!
by Zander Smith.
Go!
Good ball retention. Mongwana. Big loose hit. Polton. They're playing slightly backwards, surely. They'll come back for the penalty advantage. Yes, indeed.
Side.
An opportunity for Kutsia, perhaps, to tie it up once more with 25 minutes to go.
Side. Yeah.
Yeah, important decision here to be made by the management staff of Jeppe and the captains. And, they just won't go away, will they, Jeppe? They've continued to just retain the ball and put pressure. Also allowing themselves to get another 3-point scoring opportunity. And he's been quite immaculate, hasn't he? Matt Kutsia doesn't seem to strike a long strike, but he strikes it quite accurately. And that's always important because it's just about whether it goes over or not. That looks good again.
Yeah, he splits the uprights once more. Very economical in his style. And is this the biggest 25 minutes of these Jeppe players' careers thus far? They're happy to be here. Why wouldn't you be? It's the best schools rugby in South Africa on show. It's a good restart from Zidane Felix. And it's taken by Grey College. Chance to strike back immediately.
Go!
Slow down effectively. Now it's Boer Creer on the charge. Gets stopped a couple of meters short. McLaren back to the blind side they go. Another ferocious carry. Trying to set up space out wide now, Grey College. Another poor pass, chance for Jeppe. That's a forward pass. And another one perhaps. Yes, the referee has spotted the first one eventually.
Boy, oh boy, that transition plays are causing havoc out here. And Jeppe have continued to pressure. That crowd right there is enjoying every single minute of it.
A couple of old Grey College boys there in attendance, a couple of their learners as well in the stage. They're not accustomed to this.
Yeah, might have not been the right call to have that deep ball, deep attack here. Just look at that pass, is just dipped right as it got to him. There was forward pass there, definitely well called by the referee.
Comes out the mouth of the scrum, it'll be a reset.
And that's a good effort here by Jeppe. They've stuck with it, as they would say. I think there won't be anyone more prouder than Spillhouse, you know, master of school rugby, as you would call it.
And of course, another very famous coach, once coached at Jeppe.
Bye.
A man that you work with, Kennedy Timber. Mr. Jake White. It's a good effort at scrum time by Grey College. That's lost forward. Oh my word, the errors on the side of Grey College. It's costing them here, and it's putting them in a massive fight. Pine Pino there in picture, a man who once taught at Grey College and now the commercial manager here at Afrikaanse Hoërseun School. He might be having a chat to Andre Volstedt, who sent a message to you earlier, Kennedy Timber.
Yeah, I want to read that message back. But a key important component here is that Jeppe just needs to get out of their half. It's important. They've been under pressure for the past couple of minutes here, and it's just a key part that they look to try exit. As we re-look at this knock on there, yeah, it was well picked up.
Wow, would you want to pick it up with one hand? The scrum is going forward. You've got all the time in the world. It's just poor basics at the back of the scrum. Sitole. Mongwana at first receiver again. Kutsia, he gets sandwiched and carried backwards. But they escape beautifully, do Jeppe. Now Mongwana gets that little ball away and into space they go. Dragged down from behind by Zander Smith. Jeppe on the charge here at Afrikaanse Hoërseun School. Another penalty advantage. They've learned their lesson. They're not going anywhere. I told a couple of people before this game I thought it was going to be really close. They said they do not agree. But Jeppe High School for boys with a performance of a lifetime in the first 50. This kick to put them back in the lead.
Certainly is a performance of a lifetime. And this is a back-to-back. You know, they had a tough game against Paul Boys. There is the rainbow. Could there be some delight at the end of the rainbow for Jeppe here? There is Kutsia, who's been a star player for them so far. Is he going to be able to add that extra 3 that just takes them into the lead here?
20 minutes remain. He's going to split the uprights again. He picked up the kicking tee immediately. More than game on the base of what we've seen for 50. Will it be so wrong to say Jeppe High School for boys might be favourites in this last 20? They're making less mistakes. They're doing the basics better.
Away blue! Stay.
Kutsia. Big runners have done the damage in the midfield. Another penalty advantage. Grey College under the cosh. Talent Sitole there in a flash, as always.
Advantage over!
Was just a knock-on advantage. Felix, deep ball to Denel Hendricks. He'll need support. He goes on a big run on the outside. Finds support in Dion Fenter, but it's stolen by Andre Bolton, and on the blind side, Jeppe on the charge. It's missed by Julian Cosmo.
No, leave it! You're on the deck!
Off their feet at the breakdown. Macmillan Mongwana is down in a heap for Jeppe. Another penalty advantage. Grey College not learning their lesson. They're going to be 6 points behind in a minute from now. And I'm telling you, Kennedy Timber, I'm calling it. The upset is on the cards. If this kick goes over, surely they are the favourites.
That's a tricky one to call. Who would ever write off a Grey College side, right? And those young gentlemen in picture certainly won't. It is important that they keep on just putting on scoreboard pressure here. Do Jeppe any opportunity they do, because you've got to know that Grey College are going to hit back at some stage, but you just want to try and get enough of a buffer to be able to just hold on to that lead. Do not go into the defensive mode. Keep on attacking.
He's not missed a single kick at goal thus far. And I've put the mockers on him, and now Grey College run it out from deep. Is this the right option? Ruben Sillier cracks on the afterburners. Can he find the support? It's lost forward in the tackle. Philip McLaren As Grey College woken up, Donnell Hendricks had to hold on to it, then loses it forward. And still they camped in their own half. And just listen to this crowd. They've all decided who they're supporting.
Yeah, no secret who they're supporting. They've just become a bit boisterous, and I think they've sort of identified that there could be something special in the air here, but it's going to take a lot of fight. The game is still far from over. The tactics and strategies that are going to be used here from Jeppe are going to be so important.
You know, it is a long schoolboy season, and what Jeppe is showing the rest of South Africa is that Grey is vulnerable. If you play in their faces, if you make them make those mistakes and capitalize on them, is that the 2024 blueprint for the rest of South Africa, no matter the result here today.
Don't push him up.
Yeah, just pressure right in that tackle.
Roach.
Again, the focus is the ball, just to get that strip away. Another turnover, allowing Jeppe to have a scrum. Just 10 meters into Grey College's half.
Big scrum from Grey College. It's picked up at the back by Rasima Koza. Kutsia, good line pick, straight through the middle. Great running back, Kutatso Rajivaga. Now Kutsia, inside ball.
Let's go.
They're giving Grey College as much, if not more, than they can handle at this stage. Philip McLaren with a counteract. Peter van der Merwe involved, trying to hold this ball up. Surely that's a maul. And the call eventually comes. It could have come a lot earlier by the referee. That ball was going nowhere. But with 15 minutes to go, their backs against the wall. How did Grey College respond?
Yeah, those young gentlemen in picture are absolutely loving this match, and I think they wouldn't have made it, made it out that at halftime the score would be of this nature, and this is why schoolboy rugby is so entertaining.
There's only 15 minutes remaining. 70 minutes, of course, in schoolboy rugby. Grey College need to exit here. They need to get out of their half. It's a good scrum. It's held at the back by Marcel Kutsia, Philip McLaren. Still, they continue trying to run it out of trouble. Still, they continue to be caught behind the advantage line. They're lucky to survive that clean-out attempt. It's not the greatest of passes, but Donnell Hendricks puts a hefty left boot on it. It's well taken at the back. And they're playing the clever game. They're playing the territory game. It's got to be sent by Donnell Hendricks. That's a good kick. Sends it a long way downfield. He needs to put the rest of his side back on side. Kutsia, with all the time in the world, finds a good touch. They're playing the percentages, Jeppe, and they're playing it oh so well.
Good outcome there for Grey College, though. They've made it just past that halfway. And that's where they're going to be getting another opportunity to get that line-out strike drive going. They haven't been as accurate as they would want to be.
Zander Smith. It's lost forward in the tackle once again. Siabonga Kenny with a good little dart for Grey College. McLaren to the big Heinrich Tron. And that's a penalty, and that's very, very poor. Quickly taken by McLaren.
Wait. Jeppe. No, the numbers. Let's make sure we don't lift him up. Take him safe to ground. Be careful. No. You two guys know. Get back.
They know. The referee says they know. And that's obviously not the best place you would know, Johan. You wouldn't want to be tip-tackled on that cricket area. It's not the ideal place.
Surely not. Good touch finder from Elziden Felix, and at last, they carried on with it, and that's why I said it was poor.
Yeah.
They realized they had him, and they could have brought him back to
safely,
ground.
Yeah. A good opportunity here for Grey College.
Open up, Blue.
Last time they were in this area, they did manage to score on the blind.
Tax fine, use that!
And they've been called twice to use it. You are 3 meters from the referee.
You need to use it.
Sometimes it boggles the mind, Kennedy Timber. You cannot say that you cannot hear that call.
Yeah, I think it's also, onus could go on to the McLaren there, just to go and indicate to the ball carrier at the base of that driving maul that they just look to perhaps release the ball. And yet another turnover, and those spectators are starting to perhaps think about it, that there could be something on the cards here.
And it's Julian Cosmo who gets away with it. It's a tight head for Grey College. And now Heinrich Tron, the behemoth, can he ignite the Grey College fires? McLaren, Bourcrier loses it forward. The woes continue for Grey College. And the crowd, and especially those of them wearing the black and white stripes, they are in raptures, and why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, this is good defense here by Jeppe. You almost felt that there was a bit of a seam that
Stay square.
could have caused extra trouble for Jeppe, but they were able to just get a bit of a rip of the ball within that tackle.
No. Already engaged, both of you.
Yeah, this is the area that Jeppe have struggled to
keep the space, wait for the set.
Get a clean execution and just exit out of their own 22. You just feel that between the 9 and 10 here, Sithole and Kutsia, they just need to almost create an opportunity or a platform to be able to just get a steady clean out.
Set! Stay.
Simakoza is going to pick it up. He's been very good. Sithole to Kutsia, it's charged down. And that's a beautiful scrambling play by the right winger. Lindelane Nkambule gets it off the park eventually, but why would they be so intricate on their own try line?
Talk about making lemonade out of lemons right there. Was Nkambule. He had to just maneuver and dodge, weave, and try get a little exit kick that he was hoping that his playmakers would get. Yet another opportunity for Grey College. With a 6-man line out.
As the wind picks up, that back throw becomes very, very dangerous. And I called it. The back throw becomes very dangerous. That's not what they were penalised for. It was the pre-bind. And I'll tell you what, Kennedy Timber, now the crowd will start believing it. Jeppe will start believing it. We're into the final 10.
There you are, back.
They will be deliberate, but they will be slow.
Kutsia again not getting right contact on the ball.
Before the ball is fit.
He did make his touch, but again, these are the set phases that Grey are going to look to try put pressure to get a turnover.
Another replacement wearing number 20 comes onto the park for Grey College. Liam Santos.
On the line.
He has played first side rugby in 2023 as well. 9 minutes between Jeppe and their most famous rugby moment of their history. What a throw, what a take. Koza crashing it up. Like he's done all day. Grey very narrow on defence. Couple of men over for Jeppe. Is this the crowning moment? Ethan Adams, that's high. Jeppe, high school for boys with another penalty. The upset well and truly on the cards. Will they go a goal? No, they're going to dink it out in the corner. A try here, and they will feel well and truly in control. Not the greatest of kicks once again.
Boy, oh boy, that Jeppe backline is absolutely in full tilt and in motion. They've showed some great skills in terms of just keeping the ball alive. Rasivanga is right at the heart of it as they get a back ball line out. Did Jeppe.
That's once.
Try to set up the rolling maul. The Grey College pack has stopped the first attempt, but now they do get momentum. They're trying to screw their way around. Heinrich Tron with a massive counter. The defence of Grey College needs to save the day. Yeah, penalty. Liam Santos just onto the park. That's how you contribute. And Alziden Felix looks to gain some territory for Grey College.
Yeah, no question why Santos was brought on. That's why. Right at that breakdown. He won that race and was able to just get his hands around the ball. The referee rewards him, and this is another opportunity for Grey College to get a strike play here. They haven't been as accurate as their coaches would have wanted them to be.
Yeah, it's a shoelace. We need to wait.
It almost seems like we've been saying that all day long. Almost waiting for them to just come to the party. And one thing I know, never write a Grey College side off.
Santos, Peter van der Merwe attacking that vacuum. Around the corner comes the Grey College forwards. They're running with aggression. Peter van der Merwe is bringing himself more and more into the game. Ethan Adams this time has a look up. This is Jeppe's moment. This surely is their crowning moment of all the hard work being done by Carl Spillhouse and Drickus Venter and all the coaches through the junior structures preparing the men for senior rugby. They will be on the edge of their seats, the whole of Kensington.
And Johan, the questions that Carl Spillhouse must have sort of had to feel when he was asked that he's going to face Paul Boys on the first day and back it up with playing Grey College. He must have said to them, "Are you crazy?" But look at him now.
Sitole finds Mongwana. Philip McLaren drags him. Rasima Koza.
No, let go, no, you must. Stay.
Julian Cosmo called off it. Kutsia. Is that going to be directly into touch? Yes, once again. Hands an opportunity to Grey College with 5.5 minutes to go.
Line.
They are on the attack. Will they survive this Jeppe onslaught? Will they come away with a late try to win this game? All the pressure now on Lem van Wyk, their hooker. Go to the back once again. They've done that almost every time today. Liam Santos, he's certainly been impactful since he's been on the field. Now they attack that middle channel. McLaren, change of direction to Liam van Wyk. He gets scragged. Good cleaning by the forwards. Santos, fresh legs. Philip McLaren goes on a little run around. Heinrich Kron caught standing still.
Hold.
Now it's the big Dion Venter, big shoulder in by Andre Poulton. The defense has been absolutely amazing. Ethan Adams, it's a great carry from the outside center. He's still going. Just look at him go, still going, Ethan Adams. He's gone over 5-6 Jeppe defenders. Heinrich Tron, quick hands, Liam Santos. Couple of meters short. Now it's Heinrich Tron. He's still short, is he over? Held up the call. Drama in Pretoria. It's going to be a Grey College scrum 5 meters out.
Just look at that impact bench and all the emotions, and they almost are believing them boys. They're just observing all protocol, as you'd say.
Okay, what's wrong?
This is Grey College at its best, putting their pressure. And they almost are believing and knowing that they can almost go over the try line, and it's almost going up against the defensive mindset that Jeppe, we spoke about them having intensity for 70 minutes, and boy oh boy have they proved us right.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for Grey College. The big Heinrich Tron. Let's see, he went over the line.
No, get up.
You can't see there, no, it's held up. Beautifully done by the Jeppe defenders. But it's a scrum 5 meters out. Come at the hour, come your big players. Watch out for Peter van der Merwe in this move. He's gotten himself into this game more and more.
Get back, we're going again. That's the last warning. Last warning. Hold, no, there's no, you're going forward. He's not allowed to bind.
Grey College cannot afford any more mistakes in this fixture. The nuggety Philip McLaren to feed the scrum. Less than 3 minutes remain. This is clever. The more time the scrum takes, the less there is for Grey College. They're one mistake away, perhaps from their most famous or infamous loss in their rugby history. And exactly the reverse of what is true for Jeppe.
No, man.
And there is the mistake by Grey College. It's their front row who pre-engages once again.
Let's go.
And they will take their time here. Fairy tales have been written about lesser storylines than this. Cole Spillhouse, will his dream come to fruition today? Great kick, taken quickly by Grey College. They know how important this is. Peter van der Merwe. He has been well marshaled the whole day.
Good. On your feet. Fine.
And it's Grey College who do come away with it.
Got it.
And a penalty goes to Jeppe. That might just seal the fate of the leading side in South Africa in 2023, Grey College.
What a privilege.
What
What a privilege to be able to be here witnessing this exceptional play here by Jeppe, and they've made sure that they've identified those breakdowns and they've won the races to be able to pull for half the balls that have been set up by Grey College, and they find themselves with a line out just 10 meters into Grey College's half with almost just under a minute left here. Could this be the one for Jeppe and Carl Spillhouse?
Surely it is their day. Surely they can write their names on a victory against Grey College. Grey College has to go all of 60 meters to try and effect a winning score here against Jeppe. Ethan Adams does well once again in contact with early outside centre. No mistakes, that's the call from Jeppe. Grey College certainly cannot make a mistake. And it's Siyabonga Kenny busting straight up the middle. McLaren on the blind side. Van der Merwe. Liam van Wyk needs to come in field. They one poach away. They one mistake from Grey College away from history for Jeppe. Is that the poach? That is the poach. Talent Sitole. Jeppe High School boys have done the near impossible. Yanni Gelden is distraught. He gets a hug from the headmaster. But history made at the NMI Toyota Noord Suid Tournament, hosted by Pieter Rousseau at Afrikaanse Hoërskool in Pretoria. Elzine Felix can't believe it. His teammates can't believe it. And how does Grey College come back? But that's not the important question right now, Kennedy Timber. Light the fires in Kensington. Burn them long into the night. Salute your heroes. They have come out and made the whole of Kensington, the whole of Jeppe High School for boys, and their coaching staff and peers so incredibly proud. History in the making. King Edward VII couldn't do it on day one, but Jeppe High School for boys came, knocked Grey College off their throne, and it has been a throne that they have been on since the end of 2022. Hats off to Rasima Koza and his boys. Rajivaga and Mongwana was brilliant in the midfield. Talent Sitole ran the show, and their tight five stood up to the onslaught of the Grey College Maul. They could handle everything Grey College threw at them. Kennedy Timber, you said it. We are so privileged to witness not history, but absolute catastrophe for Grey College and delight for Jeppe High School for boys.
Yeah, almost just speechless. I mean, some of the performances here from that Jeppe side, you mentioned all of them. For me, Sitole, he was absolutely crucial in terms of everything that Jeppe did well. and their forwards did rise up to the occasion. And we've got to mention that Koza, who was the man of the match, who was the captain and obviously playing at number 8 for them. He was so inspirational. A lot of dejected faces there from the Grey College side, but you've got to take your hats off to the pressure and just the structure and the strategy that Jeppe used to be able to get this victory.
It is absolutely indescribable. It is pure pandemonium for the one side. It is pure disgust and heartbreak for the other. Grey College have been here before. They will be here again in future. It is how they stand up and be counted from here on in. For Jeppe, what does this do for their season? Does it set it up, or does it bring an enormous amount of pressure? Exactly how they will handle it from here, we will have to wait and see. But Mongwana and his whole side, with the Resima Koza, the captain, at the front, he was monstrous with those carries in midfield. They protected and watched Peter van der Merwe like a hawk, and Ethan Adams came into the game more and more to the end. But it was a coaching masterclass from Driekus Venter and Carl Spillhouse and their whole team. They knew what was needed. That was the big thing. They were in the faces and they just never let up. It was a 35-minute effort on Friday. It was a 70-minute effort tonight. The champions, ladies and gentlemen, has been dethroned. Jeppe High School for Boys defeat Grey College at the NMI Toyota Noord Suid Rugby Tournament by 22 points to 19. Jubilation, that's the only way you can describe it for the black and white. Resima Koza received his award. It is, of course, sponsored by Mega Master, the Man of the Match Awards here at the NMI Toyota Noord Suid Rugby Tournament. It'll be his proudest day of his career. And from myself, for the last time today, I leave you with the scenes on the main field of Afrikaanse Hoërseën School currently. Jeppe High School for Boys 22, Grey College 19.